Okay, gorgeous. We are recording. All right, wonderful. Like I said, we have 10 questions here. The second question I will send to you so you can answer, and I will drop the question into the chat after asking it if you need to, visually see it. So for the first question, we have, what is the difference between outer query and inner query?
Outer query and inner query?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think you might be talking about inner join and outer join. The difference the difference is that an outer join, I believe it is, will match up, and it's got to do with joining two tables together in a database. And the outer join, I believe, will retrieve items from a row, even if one of the keys is null. And the inner join requires all the keys to match up. So
Okay.
that's the basic difference.
Cool. That's good. Next question is, what is the difference between on hold and on ice and autosys? And what will happen if an on hold job is taken off hold?
Okay. The difference is, and it's got to do with what happens after you take it off. On ice basically freezes one job, one task. Subsequent tasks will run as soon as their dependencies are satisfied. So it's only going to control a single task. On hold will prevent any subsequent tasks from running until the hold is released. And that's the primary difference between the two.
Okay. And what will happen if an on hold job is taken off hold?
When it's taken off hold, it will run, and then as soon as it finishes, any jobs that depended on it will take off and run.
Okay, sounds good. All right, next question is how to find space usage on a Linux box.
Space usage.
Yes, sir.
There's several. Well, I'm trying to think. There's several commands. I'd have to actually look them up because it's been a couple of years since I worked on Linux, but there's memory usage command in the system on the shell, and there's also commands to tell you how much disk space is being used. PS will tell you what processes are running. LS will tell you how many, will give you a listing of the directory you're in. I'm quite familiar with Linux. So that's about it. It's something like memstat for memory. Again, I'd have to look it up.
Okay, no worries. Here we go. Let's go next question. How to do a file transfer from one Linux server to another Linux server?
Well, there's a couple methods. If they're within the same network, you can use something like RCP, SCP, FTP. FTP will work across networks based on IP addresses. There's secure FTP also. So there's a number of methods to transfer files.
Okay, wonderful. Excuse me. Next one is how to enable SCP commands to transfer files.
Pardon me, say that again, please.
How to enable SCP commands to transfer files.
To use SCP, you need to have SSH authentication running, so that because SCP stands for secure copy, and so you need to have permissions on both machines to make that transfer.
Okay, sounds good. Next question is difference between grep and egrep commands.
Grep is just plain old grep. It searches for one thing. It's got some options that are pretty powerful. egrep is extended grep, and it allows you to do tricks like retrieve surrounding lines to the search that you're looking for. Also, you can specify where in the file to begin searching, things like that. It's quite powerful.
Okay, wonderful. Next question is, how do you view a file content how do you view file content of large files? Sorry, I was stuttering there.
Just to view it, you can always do a more command if you like. You can also the VI editor is quite powerful. You can actually bring in most large files in text editor. That's how I would do it.
Okay, wonderful. We got two more. All right, so this one is, how do you find a file which has temp in its name?
I would do, am I looking in the current directory or on the whole system?
Well, let's do it for both.
Okay.
It's pretty
If
broad.
if I'm in the current directory, I would do ls space asterisk temp asterisk. And that would show me every file that had a temp in the word. If I was looking on the system, pardon me. I apologize for that.
That's okay.
I get these spam calls all day long.
I got two while we were on here, so it's okay.
I should have had my phone shut off.
That's okay.
Anyway, if I was looking system-wide, I would use find space slash hyphen name backslash asterisk temp backslash asterisk space hyphen print, and I might redirect standard error to a null file, because error messages would certainly pop up.
Okay, wonderful. All right, last one. Let's see here. Sorry about that. All right, what is the difference between Tomcat, Jetty, and WebLogic?
Okay. Tomcat is a Java enterprise server. It's an open source, open systems kind of thing. And it's used for running J2EE kind of things. WebLogic is, I believe it's IBM's enterprise web services platform. It does the same thing that Tomcat does and more. And again, it's from IBM. And the other one was Jetty.
Yep, Jetty.
I'm not familiar with Jetty.
Okay. Nope, that sounds good. All right, wonderful. That is the end of it. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right here.